What's up, everybody? Gibson's Lawn Service checking back in with another one. Riding around checking on a few properties. I know it's a few of them I had to cut. Listen, today is November the 1st of 2022. Look how fast this year has came and gone. Another year has passed. Another year of goals accomplished. Maybe. Now think about this. This is something I do every year. I don't share this with the internet because it's kind of personal. I write down the goals that I want to make for the year. Okay? I write down all the goals I want to make. And I can go to my house and I can open up my notebook and I can show you. The goals I wanted to hit this year, I wanted to get a certain amount of clients. I wanted to make a certain amount of money. I wanted to make a certain amount for the year. What else I had wanted to do? I had wanted to pay my X-Mark more off. I wanted to get my V-Ride down to a certain number. I haven't hit the V-Ride mark, but I hit all those other marks. You have to set goals not only in business, but in your personal life. And you have to write those goals down. You can easily say, oh, I remember it. Yeah, you can remember, but when you write it down and you see it, it makes that much more of a difference. That's just something I've been doing for years. And it feels awesome to hit those goals when you actually write them down. I get people in my comments sometimes saying they want to start a lawn service. They want to do it. They want to do it. It's simple. Just do it. You don't need a F-250 to start a lawn service. You don't need a 7x14 trailer to start a lawn service. You don't need a X-Mark, Laser Z, or a Skag Cheetah. Only thing you need is a push mower. That's it. You don't even need a weed eater. All you need is a push mower to get a first few properties. My sister is right now currently trying to start a cleaning service. She is hung up on the name of the cleaning service. I told her, it don't matter the name. Just start. She's hung up on the name. Like I told her, you could take the same products and equipment you use to clean your own home and go clean somebody else's home. It's that simple. And I also told her this. Start watching YouTubes on other people that have started their own cleaning services. Don't compare yourselves to them. Listen, I'm going to be honest. When I first got into lawn care, my favorite YouTuber was Blake from B&B Lawn Care Lawn Service. I used to watch Blake strike with that V-Ride. Man, it was just a simple fact of he was young and he was out there just doing it. Just do it. Just do it. You don't need a V-Ride to start. Just start with a push mower. And that's what I'm trying to get her to see. You don't need this fancy name. You don't need insurance. You don't need uniforms. But something easy what you doing, go to the Walmart, get you some scrubs. My wife do shirts. I can get my wife to put your name on a couple of shirts. Like my wife done all my shirts. That's simple. But you need to start. I said in one day you're going to look up what you make it your full-time job, you will make it in a day. See, time flies. It really does. But in the moment, it don't. Like right now, I got 165 days I will be going full-time with my business. It's taking so long to get here. But I will never forget the first day I went out to start my lawn service. I remember the first client I talked to. When I started, I had a regular sheet of paper. And it was a Sunday night. I had that sheet of paper. I set it on my table. And I wrote CRLS, call Mike, 228-369, blah, 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 blah. Now, see, I didn't know, what is CRLS? I cut off squares of paper. I cut off squares of paper and went around the neighborhood sticking them in people's doors. Right? And I remember it was this black lady. I was trying to stick it in her door. She opened the door. I had my 2 push mowers on my truck, the back of my truck. I said, "Yes, ma'am. How you doing? I'm just handing these out for people that need their grass cut." She said, "What does CRLS mean?" I said, "Oh, cheap, reliable lawn service." They said, if you need me to, I could cut your grass." Didn't nobody know what no CRLS meant. But I started. Started at 7 o'clock in the morning. "How you doing? You need your grass cut?" "Man, it's 7 o'clock. That's what one dude told me. "Man, it's 7 o'clock. The F." That's what he told me. Because I wasn't just, this is what I didn't do this. "They ain't home, let me go." "You got a car in the yard?" Open the door. I can tell buddy work night shift. He opened the door. I said, "Hey man, you need your grass cut?" "Man, it's 7 o'clock. And he went back in the house. I said, "Man, I am a little early." But by that time, I was on the other side of town. I said, by the time I get to the other side, it'll be 8. All day. Knocking. Handing out a sheet of paper. Then I get a call. No, then like I say, I'm riding by houses. You got a to rent sign. Let me call this sign to rent. "Hey man, you need this grass cut? It's getting high." "Oh, we got somebody." I remember I pulled up on a commercial property. It was a open square lot. I called the number. I said, "Yeah, I'm calling about the property such. Hold on, let me transfer this to somebody." I said to myself, "I ain't buying." "Oh yeah, it's a 2 acre, it's an acre and a quarter lot." I said, "Yeah, look, I'm just trying to see if you need the grass cut." "Oh man, we got somebody for that." And he hung up. All day. And then I got the first client. Hurt my hand knocking on that window. That hurt it. Dude stuck his head out the window, out the door. I said, "Hey man, you need your grass cut? Man, I can do it for $25. No, I said $20. I was cutting for cheap. He said, "You gonna cut the back?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Go ahead." Look, I felt so good. I got my truck out the street. I pulled that Craftsman off the back of the truck. I primed the primer. I pulled it. It didn't want to crank. Still didn't want to crank. Whoa. Cut. I pushed the whole yard. Looked sloppy, dull blades. Looking back. Then I grabbed that Craftsman Easy Start trimmer. Whoa, nothing. Whoa, nothing. Whoa. Weeded the whole thing. Got my broom off the back of the truck. Swept his driveway off. He gonna come out there with his dog. Looking back, that dog so weak. He come out there with his dog, and he came out with a dog and a what he gave? I don't know if it was a check. He came out there with cash. I remember when I got my first check. He came out there with cash. He said, "Hey," he said, "did you lose your job?" I said, "No, I ain't lost my job. I'm just trying to start a little business." And see, what he was thinking, I got a sucker. He said, "Hey, I got 4 more rental properties if you want them." "Yeah, I take them. I'll cut them too for $20 a piece." He was giving me 25. He gave me 25 for that one. So I went and cut that next day. No. He was like, "All right, I'm going to call you." So I went home. The next day I jumped up. I'm knocking on doors. I pulled up to another house. Every day I was getting the yard. I pulled up to another house. Guy said, "Man, you know what? I'm going to hire you because my other guy ain't reliable." He never hired me. Where else did I go? Oh, I knocked on this lady's yard. 3-foot tall grass. Knocked on the door. "How you doing? I cut your yard for $25. "Go ahead." So I pushed mowing out with that Craftsman. Another lady pulled up and stopped. "Hey, you cutting grass?" "Yeah." "Listen, I want you to come cut mine." So I don't remember when I went over there, but I went and cut hers. $20. I'm cutting 20s. $20. I'm eating. My mind, I ain't making no money. I cut hers for 20 at high jump. She's like, "Hey, my sister need hers cut. She stay on that same street." Started cutting hers for 25. That was her sister. That was the first lady that gave me a check. I didn't know what to do with it. It was a blank check, but it was filled out for the $25, and I had to ask the grandson. I said, hey, what I need to do? He said, man, just put your name on the top and take it to your bank. Then the guy across the street come. His wife actually was like, you do great work. I was starting to get okay. So I started doing his for $25. Then I started doing the neighbors next door for $25. And around this time, the first client I had, the guy with the dog, he called me back. He said, hey, can you come cut my grass again? I went over there. I said, yeah, I'll be back. Went over there, cut his. He said, look, here's the address to all 4 of them rental properties. He said, you said 25 a piece, so you cut mine. And then the other 4, he said, it's $125. I said, man, I forgot who I called. I said, man, I just made $125 a day. So I did that for like 3 months, picking up yard, picking up all the sorry clients, the slow payers, the cheapskates. So then I had bought a 5x10 trailer and a 42-inch X-Mark with the Kawasaki deck for $2,000. Boom. Now I was really, man, yeah, I'm making $20 an hour. I started picking up tons of work, tearing my equipment up, buying more cheap equipment. Wasn't working. That season ended. The next season, I was just glad all these cheap folks called me back, doing the same cheap work. I can't remember the first good client I had. Well, a few of those clients was good because they started referring me to their friends and buddies and cousins. So in that second year, I had just kept growing a little bit. That first year, I was working out of my Avalanche. I had a 2007 Avalanche. That second year, I had bought an 86 Silverado. I had started working out my Silverado, and boom. That third year, I had got shirts made, and then I had bought an X-Mark 50-inch Quest, right? So that fourth year, I started really picking up a lot of work. I would have my 42-inch on the trailer. Whenever it go down, I had to go to run back home, get my other 50, and I was like, man, I need to get a trailer I can pull both machines with. So the 5th year, I shot all the way to Texas, got my 7x14. I started running around with both mowers on the trailer. Everybody thought I done got so big, but I was really just in debt. The 6th year, I got the F250 I'm in. The 7th year, I bought the X-Mark Radius. 8th year, I bought the V-Ride. And then I think the 9th year is when the money just started really flowing in. So 9 years from 2014 to be 2014, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So yeah, the 6th year, I had got the V-Ride. And then, yeah, the 6 years when I was really making money. Because I remember I was buying cash for all my equipment. In the 7th year, it was up. And then the 8th year, which was this year, I really turned up. Ain't no looking back. Look how fast those 8 years have came and gone. Next year will be 9 years. That's up to y'all. Y'all waste y'all money. Listen. Years is passed by with months. Months is passed by with weeks. Weeks is passed by with days. And days is passed by with hours. And hours is passed by with minutes. And minutes is passed down with seconds. Each second count in your life on what you do with it. You waste it or you don't. Every morning, every day you wake up, you have an opportunity to go to work and make a little bit of money or stay home and make no money. A little bit is better than nothing. If you tired, don't feel like going, remember, man, when you get that check, I'm glad I went. Take steps towards your future. You taking steps every day towards your future. Whether those steps be negative steps or positive steps. You decide. See, oh my goodness. See, these past 8 years, steps was taken to build my business. Steps was taken to build my business. Now in the 9th year, it's going to be my full-time job and provide for my family and making more money than I ever made before. But that's not neither here nor there. It's the simple fact of what steps are you willing to take to get to live the life you want to live. Because see, life is short. Life is short. When you get out of high school, time flies. Time flies. Time flies. But the question is, what are you going to do with your time? I know what I'm about to knock this yard out. Y'all see this yard? I'm fixing to cut it. Well, it don't look like it need to be cut. Close your mouth. I'm cutting it and I'm sending the invoice and I'm getting paid. You stay home, watch. This what you do. Go in the kitchen, get you some popcorn, get you something to drink, and sit back and watch me strike. Too legit. Look here. Y'all want to know what them stripes look like? I show y'all them stripes. See, those are X stripes. Sorry, X-Mark guys, but you need a V-ride to put the V stripes in the yard. All I did was went V angles with the V. It is V-ride, so since it's a V-ride, I put my signature V stripes. Now, if y'all want to see those V stripes, hit that Cash App, Gibson's Lawn Service, and I'll show y'all them V stripes. See, it's one way on this end, and that's up. By the way, if anybody need any consulting on how to run up 100 5-star lawn service, how to be the #1 in your area, let me show y'all the number y'all need to call. Call that number right there. Call that number right there. And the consulting fee is $1 for 1 minute. So if you needed 10 minutes, hit that Cash App, Gibson's Lawn Service. Send $10 over. Give me the call. And I consult you for 10 minutes. We gone.